What is up, and welcome to my thoughts about the Royal Rumble. If you care to listen, cool, man, cool. We'll be right here to do this. Be right here to do this and knock this out the park. So first and foremost, I want to say that none of my goddamn picks were correct. I picked LA Knight and Bianca Belair. Did not pick them, but I was close because I did say I thought Roman was going to be the safe pick, but I wanted to go, see, cultivate the audience and get some craziness in there. But no, it didn't happen that way. Roman got the win, and then on the women's side, Liv got the win. But Liv was also someone else. I said if it wasn't Bianca, it was going to be Liv. So close, but no cigar. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Leave it at that right now. But I wanted the sexy pick in LA Knight, and I thought Bianca would return. Didn't happen. But we'll talk a little about the Rumble here, because this is what we're here to talk about. What happened? What just went down? Yes, I watched it on ESPN because I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna repurchase my ESPN monthly subscription since there was nothing going on from December all the way till this point in January. So I saved only a month, which was $30. So I blew those $30 today on fucking um so let's start it off right here, real quick, with the Women's Royal Rumble, which I thought was the better of the two for me. For me, that's just for me. I thought Charlotte Flair entered at number one. Ooh, as soon as she entered at number one, I think we all knew it was like Alexa Bliss is going to be number two. It's going to be number two. You cannot not let her not enter at number two, and keep building that story of those two. You know, gonna break up, not gonna break up. It's one of those situations, and it's gonna happen eventually. It's just gonna take its time, but that's cool. I mean, it's run its time, and the story is right at the right point. And Charlotte and Alexa will be a good fun fight and a good fun match, I guess, for when they do blow it off. They started off the ring, and it seemed it's just I think it was I thought it was fun. That was clever that they were kind of teasing each other with their finishers, teasing each other with, "Oh, I can get you, but I'm not gonna do it because we're friends. No, I can get you because I'm not." And then it was just back and forth, and then that went on for the rest of the mat and the rest of the time until the next entrant came in, which was Kiana James, who I did not know. I really was impressed with Kiana James here. I knew she had that in her, but I didn't know she had that in her. You know what I mean? It was kind of that situation. I think she had a good outing. I think probably one of her better outings since she's been in the main roster. I think they did a good job there with her. With Kiana James, she came in looking strong, giving people DDTs, and then Nia Jax enters at number four. Everybody's favorite Nia Jax. I mean, she's just comical to me. She's comical. She's fun to watch in the ring. Yeah, she's Nia Jax, but I thought she was pretty funny. But she comes in, Nia does in a rumble. Nia will fucking decimate anybody, destroy anyone that gets in her damn way. And then you get Ivy Nile who enters, and Ivy came in. She slammed Nia Jax. She did her thing. She just came in, and okay, cool. Ivy strong. Ivy strong. Ivy and Charlotte in the same ring. I was like, okay, I would like to see that feud. When eventually, or maybe them two go at the ring. I think it'd be a good match between those two, or a fun match just to see their strengths go at it. And then you got Lola Vice coming in. Lola Vice doing her Lola Vice hip swings and all that good stuff. The Chucky Ducky jive, quack quack kind of stuff that gets Booker T going. And then I thought it was funny because Nia just freaking said, "I'm gonna drop you," and then she does a fucking the Lola spot. And I'm like, okay, this is why I like Nia Jax, 'cause she's funny. She does shit like this. It's so funny. And then goes and gives her a stink face if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. Could be wrong about that. And then Kansas LeRae enters. Kansas and Nia have some history, but from what I remember here on my notes, it was Nia about to be taken out by the rest of the field. But then Kansas, says, "Hey, we're friends. We were friends once. Let's be friends again." And then I go, "Okay, we can be friends again." And then here comes in Jordan Grace, who, come on, how are y'all not gonna give her a bigger pop? This woman's a fucking beast. Like, she wrecks shit up. Like, come on. Like, I don't really like that she's in that feud with Jade Cargill neither, because it seems like they're just setting her up to lose that matchup. I'm not sure yet. I hope she wins, and it's a shocker that she wins that title, and they definitely give her that spotlight. Um, but come on. She came in and she was fucking slamming people. She was fucking tilt-to-whirling some people into a face buster onto Alexa Bliss, and then she got under Candace and Lola, and she fucking eliminated both of them. And she was like, "Sucks to be y'all, motherfuckers," and she eliminated them. And I think first Kansas it sucks because I really like Kansas. I think she should be getting a little bit more. She's a great heel, and a great wrestler too, but it is what it is right now. But good for Jordan to get the elimination of both of them. So she gets into the elimination there, and then she gets into it with Ivy Nile, eliminates Ivy. So Jordan's already just cleaning up fucking house right now, destroying everyone that steps into it. And then Nia and Jordan lock heads, and then now we're gonna wait for the next one, which is the greatest wrestler of all time. And it's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated saying it, ESPN is saying it, any news outlet out there is saying it. Greatest wrestler of all time. Becky Lynch comes in, and Charlotte's in the ring. Becky comes through. They're throwing back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, oh, these two had a motherfucking feud right before Becky went and became Becky Two Belts and main evented WrestleMania and won it. Just in case you guys didn't know that about Becky Lynch, that's what she does. Yeah, I'm a Becky Lynch fan. I support it. I'm a Becky believer through day one. There was some conspiracy going on in this Rumble, but we'll get to that point once we get to that point. Okay, guys, we'll get there. We'll get there. I know a lot of us are heated about it. That's how I should have let it off this video about Becky Lynch not winning the Rumble, and it was just false pretenses of this Rumble. This was okay. I'm gonna stop myself there. But yeah, she enters at 9. Her and Charlotte have a moment in the ring. They go back and forth fighting each other, and it's so cool. It just gives you that vibe. Okay, this is one of Becky's greatest foes here in Charlotte. Then Sol Ruka comes in, and Sol Ruka, who's going to be a big star. They're building her like that. Got her all the way, pretty much, got her in that match, and they made her great. And she has a great finisher. Um, it's a great finisher, I think, for now, and it'll continue to be that finisher that gets her over. And she's very talented, very athletic, and I can't wait to see what happens there. I'm glad that Becky got to go into it with her. Love that Becky always goes in it against the young talent and always fights them and always makes them look good. I think that's the greatness of Becky Lynch. And then we get Roxanne Perez at number 11, who is the prodigy. I think will be great. One of my the future girls that I'm gonna be rooting on. I got two right now that I'm like, okay, these two are mine. So I'll tell you who the other one is later. But Roxanne came in looking like Shigo from Kim Possible. In case y'all don't know Kim Possible, I think you guys hopefully do know Kim Possible. But she came in looking good, and then we get Maxine Dupree at 12. That I don't even know how Maxine Dupree got at 12. I don't even know how she got a Rumble spot. Freaking crooked car probably out there helping her out, and at number 12, how did she get a better number than Becky Lynch? But she comes in and comes after Becky. Poor Becky, man. She wasn't well rested. Maxine, of course, Maxine would take advantage of someone who's just been competing in the Royal Rumble match like Becky Lynch, bro. I swear. I said then the coolest thing. I'm so happy that we're getting this Natty Neidhart that she's coming in as Natty now, no longer as Natalia. She came in with new music, a new Tron, the gear ready to go, the hair like that. I'm like, this is fucking dangerous. This is a dangerous Natty now. I'm like, all right, cool. She comes in, Maxine with that face of oh shit, I'm in trouble kind of situation going on, and then Maxine and Natalia go at it. Becky comes in, says, "Let me help you out, Natty. Let me manhandle her." It's the manhandle slam on Maxine. They both toss out Maxine, and Becky's just there like, "We're gonna be best friends." And I would love to see that as a pairing with Becky and Natty, two of my favorite women wrestlers. Just like, okay, we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be good. And then Becky does what Becky does and says, "Fuck that shit. I don't need anybody else." And then Natty's like, "I don't think that's gonna work on me anymore. Maybe in the past, yeah, but now." It's not gonna work. And Natty eliminates Becky Lynch, and I'm like, okay, I think we might be seeing maybe a little matchup in the future, maybe a triple threat at Mania with those three for the Women's Intercontinental Championship if AJ Lee's thing doesn't work out. But or maybe at Elimination Chamber, who knows what that's gonna lead up to. And then number 14 comes in. Here comes in Liv Morgan. She comes in, has Roxanne Perez in the ring already, so almost fully getting in the Judgment Day there. Lash Legend enters at 15, and I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I'm liking this pairing. And so far right now, the Rumble gets pretty good right now with Lash Legends coming in now, and Lash comes in and she's throwing lariats. She's going with double choke slam, saying everybody come over here. And then she looks at the freaking sign, the WrestleMania sign, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way she'll win this. No way. I don't think Lash will take this and go to Mania and challenge for a title, but you never know, right? And then her and Grace get caught up into it. And then Lash Legend eliminates Jordan Grace. And I'm like, oh, I was expecting Jordan Grace to be there a little bit longer, but I mean, she got a couple eliminations out of it. Zelina Vega comes into the matchup next. She comes in, does a couple of moves here and there. And then we get Raquel Rodriguez at 17. So now the Judgment Day is fully into. this now, and now we're gonna see what the Judgment Day's plans are gonna be against this other lady standing in the ring right now. And it's not gonna be pretty because fuck it, man. This is a tough fucking team to beat. Raquel is a fucking powerhouse. She eliminated Kiana James, and then we get at 18, President herself, who eventually I think should be the leader of the free world, Chelsea Green. She enters in and comes in and just doing what Chelsea Green does, and I think it would have been great to see her there longer, but she did what she did. She worked against the Judgment Day. She was saying like we should work as a team. Let's do this together. Judgment Day said, "Nah, we don't think so." They tossed her out, but it just okay. Not they don't toss her out yet. Sorry, they they do a spot where she's gets gets pulled from under the ring by Alba Fire, and then they're like, no, 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 we're bringing her back into it. And Alba Fire's like, no, 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 no. And then the three ladies come in. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna just bring her in, and we're gonna bring you in too. And now Alba Fire's in the ring. She's like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And they take her out. They eliminate her. She was in the Royal Rumble though. Alba Fire wasn't in the Rumble, but she got eliminated. And Julia comes in at 19. I'm like, okay, this is a chance for Julia to kind of get showcase her a little bit more, showcase how good she could be. Because on SmackDown, I feel like we've all forgotten about her. I feel like she's the second fiddle to Stephanie Bacare or Stephanie Velcro, as Naomi would say. And then we get Asuka at 21, and I'm like, okay, Asuka, and then sorry, we get Io Sky at 20, and then we get Asuka at 21. I'm like, okay, Julia, Io, and Asuka, this should be good. Someone that represents the past of Japanese women's wrestling. Io's the current, and then Julia. I'm like, this is going to be interesting to see. I'm very excited for this matchup. And then comes in Io's partner, Rhea Ripley, at 22, and I'm at this point. It's like, okay, now business is picking up, as they'd say. I'm like, business aren't already picked up when Becky Lynch came in, but now it's an interesting pairing. I know you have all these ladies in here who are all great. Julia goes and eliminates Selena Vega. I mean, they didn't really do much for Zelina here. It kind of was a bummer, but you know, it was what it was. Then we saw Chelsea Green saluting Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley's like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." She salutes her, but drops her, and then and then she chucks fucking Chelsea Green. I mean, it is. We knew Chelsea Green wasn't gonna win it. We would love Chelsea Green to win it, but we knew it wasn't gonna happen. And then we get Rhea Ripley eliminating Roxanne Perez, but like like in a crazy way. So you have a Green and an Alpha Fire on the outside. Okay, and now Rhea Ripley's gonna do a friggin' razor's edge to the outside and throws Roxanne into Chelsea and Alba Fire. I'm like, that was fucking cool. I'm like, that's what we always see and we never actually get, but now we actually got it. That was a pretty cool spot from Rhea to Roxanne. And then we go to number 23 where we get Bailey who comes in, and when Bailey just comes in, starts throwing shots at everybody. Now we got the timer. NXT Women's Champion JC Jane enters. She comes in like a heart, just comes in coming in, fighting, bam, 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 comes into it. And we get to Liv and Natty. Natty, unfortunately, gets eliminated here after dealing with the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day don't really want to fuck around. They're showing that we're dominant. We're the bigger group here. That's us. And Nikki Bella comes in at 27, 25. I'm not gonna really speak on much on it. Not a Bella fan. Uh, she comes in, does her Bella stuff. Okay, cool. Then the bird lady, the crazy bird lady, comes in. Lyra Valkyria comes in at number 26. Another one of my future girls. She's good. She's fun to watch as well. Comes in kicking people and just doing what you have to do in the Rumble until you wait for the next number. She did hit a poetry in motion, which is cool with her elbow. Her and Bailey teamed up to eliminate Julia that way. So the beautiful madness was done because she went off the ropes and bam, hit him with it. And then next one comes out, Kaylani Jordan. Very athletic, very fun to watch. I've seen her once at an NXT live event. Went like 3 hours, 4 hours to Fresno or Bakersfield. I don't remember to watch it there because Becky Lynch was main eventing it for the NXT Women's Championship, and Kaylani Jordan was there still, like barely coming up, but she was good. Like she was athletic as fuck. Then Kyrie Sane comes in at number 28. Kyrie comes in, saying off the top. She comes in running with a little scope. She's got a funny ass run. That's all I'm gonna say. I like Kyrie Sane. She's a lot of fun. Um, from what I remember, then we get close to Io and Kyrie there dealing on the ropes with Oscar also there, and okay. I'm just gonna say it. I think Kyrie eliminated Asuka on purpose, even though it seems like it was an accident. I think she did it on purpose. I think she wanted to get rid of Asuka, and Kyrie saying eliminates Asuka, and then Kyrie's in shock. Asuka's pissed the fuck off. Io says, "You're not paying attention. I'm gonna toss you out too." So Io eliminates Kyrie Sane, and then the next person that comes in, number 29, comes out, and it's Brie Bella. And I honestly think it wasn't the reception for her. It was the crowd just wanting to do the stupid ass yes chants. They're not stupid ass, but I think the crowd being stupid, they just want to do the yes chants, and it wasn't because of her. It's because of Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. But I think they were doing the yes chants for that reason. Because this crowd, I don't really like this crowd. I didn't really like this crowd. They weren't really like, I don't know, man. They weren't into the stuff in the ring. They just wanted to do crowd. They just wanted to chant. Like it was not my favorite crowd. I think that this was something I'm not gonna go into it, but I just didn't really like this crowd as much. But she comes in, it's I guess a huge pop ovation. That's how they're gonna look at it. That's how they're gonna picture it and say it. And we get at number 30 Tiffany Stratton, which makes me wonder where the fuck has she been because I haven't seen her. Or I just haven't been watching SmackDown, one of the two. But she comes in and it makes me think, okay, well, from who's left here, could be Liv. It's gonna be Liv. Please don't let it be Charlotte again. Or it could be Tiffy. I could see them going and pulling it with Tiffy again, but it just doesn't make any sense. And then I think I was devastated. And I was hurt here. Two of my favorite tag team ladies right now, in Lyra and Bailey. They both got eliminated by the Bellas. I'm like, no, why? Why are we doing this? And then JC Jane eliminates Kaylani Jordan, and she tells her go back to NXT. It's like, girl, you're gonna go back to NXT too after you lose. Like you're the NXT Women's Champion. Chill, chill. And then so Ruka comes in and hits the Soul Snatcher on Jane, and she eliminates her. And now after that, the Bellas are in with Lash, and they're trying to, kick her, and Brie and Nikki are throwing elbows. They're doing what they do. Legend gets a hold of both of them. Lash Legend gets a hold of both of them and eliminates both. And at that point, I'm like, all right, Lash Legend, I'll fuck with you. Let's get this. Let's win this. Let's go to WrestleMania. Team Lash right now. Team Lash. Team Lash. Then Lash eliminates Charlotte Flair. I forgot Alexa Bliss. I think I might have forgot about the Alexa Bliss elimination too. Alexa Bliss got eliminated by Charlotte. Accidentally. Not trying to stir the pot here. And then you have the Judgment Day on Riho, Soul and Tiffany, and then Lash is out there. Raquel puts you on the apron, can't capitalize. Then the Riptide takes out Raquel. Then Lash Legend gets her Northern Elbow, and then, it goes back and forth. The air counters and pulls out Lash to the apron with her. So now both of them are out there. Both women are hanging out there. Legend kicks her down and she eliminates Io Sky. Like, holy shit! Like, okay, cool, cool. Like that was crazy. Now Rhea and Lash are in there looking at each other like, okay, like you're ready to go. You're ready to take this one and go from it. And then Rhea Ripley eliminates fucking Lash Legend. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And then Rodriguez is like, all right, right behind Rhea, takes her out. Boom, and then talking shit to Rhea, telling you I beat the crap, I eliminated you, I'm better than you, all that kind of stuff. And then out of nowhere, fucking hell, here comes Liv Morgan laughing about the elimination. She eliminates her so-called tag team partner, her so-called Judgment Day family. She eliminates her and gets that one there. And I'm like, fucking Liv out here with this smile. I'm like, no way, Liv's about to lose this. I'm like, there's no way. So now we're down to our final three. It's Tiffany Stratton, Soruka, Liv Morgan. Then all three ladies are on the outside of the ring. Well, not the outer ring, on the apron. They're all outside on the hardest part of the ring, and now they're all fighting to stay into it. They do a great spot where all three of them are holding onto the rope like that. It was pretty cool. And then Soruka goes for a soul snatcher on the outside on Tiffany. Didn't work out for her. Tiffany's able to get out of it. But then Liv comes through, says, "Here we go, Oblivion." Hits an Oblivion that just drops Tiffany Stratton, and your winner of the 2026 Royal Rumble is Liv Morgan. I was like, all right, the well deserved win for Liv, well deserved. So Liv Morgan's gonna go on to WrestleMania. I think she might take on Stephanie Velcro for that championship. To be honest, I think that's the match you're gonna go with. Okay, now now we get down to the two matches of the night, then and the Royal Rumble match next after this. So try not to go too much into depth about the matches. No, I'm just kidding. We get AJ Styles versus Gunther. I I was very intrigued about this because I was wondering, are they really gonna do AJ Styles retirement here in Saudi Arabia? Are they really gonna pull the trigger and end it here? Like, because there's no way that Gunther loses. No way he loses. No way AJ wins this one. I'm like, there's no way, especially of how much they've invested into Gunther. I'm like, but how do you get yourself out of this? How do you paint yourself out of it? And it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to believe the truth and you don't want to believe the fact that this is going to be the AJ Styles' last match in WWE. Unless there's something that, that wasn't, I don't know. It's hard to believe this is gonna be his last match in the company, but I also don't think it's his last match. But who knows, right? Until we wait and see until it changes it. I still think he's gonna go finish it off somewhere else. But again, we'll see what happens with AJ Styles. I'm just bummed. I'm just bummed about the whole situation here. For AJ, I should have finished it somewhere else. That wasn't in Saudi. But it was a great match, honestly. I'm just gonna get down to it, right down to it. AJ passed out. The referee didn't. It was just. I'm still in my emotional case of. I'm still in my emotional state right now. I'm still very sad about the situation. I haven't really been able to deal with it at all. Again. No, I mean it was a great match. Honestly, it was a good fun match the whole time. Definitely more of a I guess Gunther's kind of pace of match. AJ can handle any type of match style. That's the beauty of AJ Styles. That man can go with anybody and make it a freaking amazing match. There was moments there where AJ was fighting back, and it looked like AJ was gonna take it, and he hit him with multiple moves. And when those multiple finishers didn't work out all well, I'm like, it's gonna be tough to see how he beats him. Maybe he's gonna have to like a super super styles clash off of like the top rope or some kind of stuff right there. But no, Gunther. I mean, I think the cool part was when he turned it into a power bomb and he power bombed fucking Gunther. Like he picked up Gunther and said, "Here you go." They rolled around. He got him in a roll and bam, fucking power bombed him. And the pin wasn't enough to beat him. It wasn't enough to get the win there. But then at the end of the day, he got caught into a sleeper hold and Gunther just laid him, like just put him to sleep, pretty much put him to sleep. Referee, until the referee was like, "Nah, I don't want to be the one that calls it. I don't want to be." But he had to do his job. Picked up Age's arm and just flapped. I'm like, "What? What do you mean we don't get a 3 count?" I remember the John Cena when they did that. He had a 1, a 2, and a 3. And apparently AJ didn't get that situation. He just went straight down. But AJ Styles loses, which means his time in WWE for now is done. He's retiring from WWE. He went in for the moment where he's about to take off his gloves post match, and he takes them both off, and then says no, no, and he doesn't, and he puts them back on, goes back in the ring like, So that gives me just a feeling like he maybe was just saying goodbye to WWE, and I think he'll be if his contract does expire or whatever it is, maybe he's done for sure. But I don't know. It's one of those situations. I think he's not done. I think he's gonna head over to AEW, get some matches over there with some people that he wants to get done with, and then I think that's it. Um, but it definitely sucks. Definitely love seeing AJ Styles in WWE for 10 years. It was always a dream to see him in the WWE, and for them to do well with him. I think he had a great run with them. I think he did some great moments with that company. I think he is definitely someone that's going to be missed for that roster. He was good. He was good. Then we had Drew against Sami Zayn. A match that was, yeah, they had a match on Saturday Night Main Event to figure out who would be the number one contender and whatnot. But I think we knew there was no way Sammy was going to beat Drew. It just kind of all happened in about a short time. I just didn't think Sammy was going to do it at all, and he did not get the win. Drew McIntyre got the win, and Drew's going to keep the title. And we'll see what happens for Sammy, but Drew got the win now. So now I'm going to go to the Rumble here. Yeah, I kind of simmed those ones. I really, didn't go as much in full detail as I should have gone into those. But thought, we should just go into the Rumble details now. This is going to be a longer video, so I don't want to make it much longer than it had to be. We'll make this now as we are going into the men's Rumble. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, Oba Femi fucking dominated right off the bat. It was Oba and Braun Breaker, and I'm like, holy shit, they're gonna give us a future WrestleMania to start off. Like this is gonna be a WrestleMania main event one day. Oba Femi and Braun Breaker. They're just gonna start off, and as Braun's coming down the ring, he gets fucking attacked by a masked man. I'm like, I'm like, what? Or is this Seth Rollins? Are they really gonna reveal Rollins coming back this way? And then he does Seth Rollins mannerisms. He's got a kick in there, a curb stomp. I don't think it was Rollins. There's no way it was Rollins. I think it's fucking Logan Paul. But that's just me. That's just me. There's other speculations and other conspiracy theories that we can all come up with. That's always great. That's the great thing about this masked man who definitely should get his own character on WWE 2K26. We should get him a character, the people we should put together and get him that. But Oba they toss Braun Breaker into the ring. Oba Femi says, fuck it, I'm going to eliminate him. And Oba Femi's reign of destruction starts there by eliminating Braun Breaker. And then Solo Sikoa enters. I'm like, Solo, you're about to get fucked up. I love you. You funny as fuck. And you're definitely a great character. But you're about to get tossed out. And then he doesn't get tossed out yet. Rey Mysterio comes in. I'm like, oh, Rey's just going to get fed again to Oba too. I'm like, Rey's just going to get destroyed here. Rusev comes in. And I'm so fucking shocked that he's the first one eliminated. Rusev's first one eliminated. Comes in, charging drop kicks at Femi. He corner lariat. And, he tries his best. And then Oba Femi just says, I'm gonna toss you over, Rusev. You're not in the same realm as me. And I'm like, damn, Rusev is done, bro. I mean, yeah, it made sense. He wasn't getting great crowd reactions when he came back. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying the crowd wasn't connecting for him. You see what happens when the crowd doesn't connect with the WWE. They don't really use him as much. And Obafemi eliminates Rusev. And then Oba next gets his eyes on Solo Sikoa. Now Solo Sikoa is gonna get lariat over. And now I'm like, Ray, I don't like your chances. I think you're fucking next. And then Ray tries to hit a 619 on Oba, and it's not gonna happen. And Oba eliminates him. So Oba already has 4 eliminations already early in this Rumble. It's like, okay, all right. Matt Cardona comes. I'm like, bro, you came back. You came back to be eliminated by Oba Femi. Like, what the fuck, man? This is just like they're like, let's just waste the first couple parts of the draft. Sorry, of the Rumble, and let's just waste these picks on them and whatever, man. They're gonna still get paid no matter what. But then Matt Cardona comes in. He does a good job, but then we already all know his fate's gonna be that he gets eliminated by Matt Cardona. And then now comes Damian Priest, and I'm like, okay, they're not going to do the same thing as Matt Cardona and Rusev that they did with Damian Priest. He's going to get a little bit more respect. They're going to probably keep him in the ring longer. He comes in, he holds his own for a little bit, and Javon Evans comes in. His whole fucking thing takes over the screen. I think they were gonna meant for him to like break the screen, like do his little punch, but it was the time he was off. Nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with it. But Javon comes in. That boy is bouncy. Then Mr. Iguana comes in. I'm like, fuck, why do you gotta come in while fucking Oba Femi's in it? You're gonna get devoured by Oba. You and like Jessica are gonna get fucking wrecked. And I love Mr. Iguana's character. He had a moment with Damian Priest too, where Damian Priest fucking choke slammed. I don't know if it's ever happened before, but for sure it's the first time an iguana is in the Royal Rumble. First time, I'm pretty sure. The lizard people have invaded. They both got double choke slammed by Damian Priest, and I'm like, I'm hurt. Then Trick Williams comes in, a huge fucking reception because of the trick whoop that trick chant. But I think that's what this crowd is, just likes to do a lot of fucking of that. And yeah, just a lot of fucking of that. Yeah, that's my language, guys. That's how I could talk like a sailor sometimes. When he comes in, he gives the lariat to Priest and he eliminates Mr. Iguana. And they left like Jessica in the ring. Like she was just there. Like can't defend herself. What are we doing here? What that's animal abuse right there. Come on, Fed. Better than that. And then at 11, Cody's music, Cody Raheem Rhodes comes in, and I'm liking the Trick Williams and all that with Cody Rhodes, and you got Javon Evans, Obafemi, and Damian Priest up in that. And Cody comes in. I know, look, Cody's not gonna get eliminated so quick. Cody's gonna come in and give a fight to them all. And then El Grande Americano comes in. I'm like, cool. We got El Grande Americano. I'm like, all right. And then the next part here now, the original El Grande Americano comes in. He's a little bit more beefier than the true original one, and now he has a beard or facial hair. I'm like, wait a second, wait a second. The original Grande Americano didn't have a beard. That can't truly be the original one. So I can't like that was cool. That was great. Those two, he went a beeline right for Grande Americano. So the OG Grande Americano or the OG the OEGA. against the GA. I don't know how we're gonna go with that, but that I thought that was fun. I think that story is gonna be cool to see and fun to watch. It's gonna be a great, just like okay, I can laugh about this. This is gonna be nothing too serious. Like all right, cool. Uh, he came back. I was pretty pissed off we didn't get Chad Gable who returned in this Rumble. I was expecting hopefully a Chad Gable return. He's been out for a while with his injury. Hope all the best to Chad Gable. Hope he eventually comes back soon. But yeah, the Americanos locked up. They was trying to remove the mask, different moments, and then they had a spot where one of them was dang. I think the regular one of them was dangling, and then he was like, "I'm gonna rip off your mask." He said, "No, I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna toss you out." So the original Grande Americano eliminates El Grande Americano. It's just hearsay of who the original one is. We don't know yet. But then the original Grande Americano eliminates himself technically because he pretty much goes for a diving headbutt on the El Grande Americano, and then we got Cody and Trick, and then the number 14 comes in, debut, an arrival. It has a big ass building that says Powerhouse Hobbs. The bricks get fucking smashed, and here comes Royce Keys. He comes in and he starts just going after Damian Priest, running Power Slam, and follows it up with the lariat to Damian Priest. Damian Priest is out the Rumble, so a kind of good elimination for Royce Keys. We'll see what they do with him. Um, I just feel like he's gonna get stuck. But with all these guys, they got a lot of beefy dudes. I feel like they eventually should make a championship called the Beef Championship, where it's all the beefy dudes just going at it, like your Rusevs, your Sheamuses, your Bronson Reeds. Now Royce Keys, like just all fucking slamming meat and doing all that good stuff that all guys like to watch other guys do is just a battle of beef. So then we get that. Austin Theory at 15 enters. I didn't even know he had a theme song. I thought it was just a Visions theme. But he comes in. Austin Theory comes in. And Bronson Reed comes in. Now the Vision's getting filled up here. Now the Vision's going to come in to do what they got to do. Then Dragonoff comes in at 17. I'm like, okay, Dragonoff's about to get eaten alive. But that's cool, man. That's cool. La Parca comes in at 18. I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool to watch La Parca. And he had the good moments. He did some fun stuff, some little fun spots and whatnot, but I knew he wasn't gonna win. And then at 19, we get Dragon Lee. I'm like, all right, cool. We get our Dragon Lee now. So he's in the ring now. We'll see what he does. I don't expect him to win or do much. I didn't expect him to be like there for a long time. Just a good time. Logan Paul enters in number 20. Logan Paul, now the vision's complete. I think Logan Paul is the one that attacked fucking Braun Breaker, and I think he's gonna somehow find a way to turn the vision in his way, and they're gonna kick out fucking Braun Breaker. So I just think that's in my head. That's my booking. That's so weird. Um, but then we get Bronson Reed eliminating Royce Keys because Royce Keys got in the way of the vision, and you don't get in the way of the vision and think you're gonna survive. No. So there went Royce Keys on his first debut. One elimination. It was okay. It was good. We'll see what happens. I just hope he doesn't get turned too quickly into a bodyguard. And then Lee and Parka go after Bronson. It doesn't really work out that well because Austin Theory and Bronson Reed eliminate La Parka. Theory and Reed then throw out Dragon at Parka, who's on the floor. So now they both eliminated Dragon Lee. And now at 21, who I thought was going to win the Rumble, well, I was like, oh, yes, let's get it. Let's make it happen. LA Knight comes in and the music goes. Great ovation for him to come back. Great job. He eliminates Austin Theory. He's ducking, he's dodging, he's dipping, he's diving, he's doing what he's supposed to do, like all the rules for dodgeball. And he gets a BFT on Reed, and then he gets a little bit, and then he eliminates Bronson Reed. So now he's taking out two members of the Vision. He's like, "Yeah, you motherfuckers, I'm back." But then at 22, here comes fucking Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman at his side. I'm like, damn, Paul. Like, damn, you weren't even there for your other boys. You were there for Braun Breaker, and you were there for Paul. You were there for Brock Lesnar, but you weren't there for the other three boys. Come on, man. So Brock comes in and just says, "Welcome to fucking Suplex City. Like we're back again, back turning the clock again." And I'm like, Oba Femi's in that ring. Brock Lesnar's in that ring. This shit's gonna get fucking big. And then as he's just taking everybody down, destroying everybody, then he gets to Oba, and they start looking at each other like, "Oh, we're about to hit this shit." And I'm like, those two at Mania. Now, those two, book that shit at Mania. That's gonna be a good matchup. And the Miz comes in at 23, and I'm like, yep, the Miz is gonna get fucked right here. I'm like, he's gonna get fucked royally. And luckily for him, he's like, I'm not getting in yet. And then the rest of the roster in the Rumble ring go after the big two dudes, and that's when the Miz comes in and says, "Okay, cool, I'll be okay." And then we get a moment of Ilya just trying to fucking like. It sounded like he was giving the slap business to Brock. Like he was really trying his hardest to smack him, and Brock was like, "This shit does not hurt me. It does not affect me. I am the one they send to fight the aliens when they come down." And Brock eliminates Ilya Dragunov. And Brock was just suplexing people again. He suplexed Cody Rhodes, and he got LA Knight into it. Then he squares up with Obafemi again, and I'm just like, damn, okay. And then Ray Phoenix comes, and I'm like, oh, why are we doing this to Ray Phoenix? This guy's got potential to sell masks for y'all. Come on. He springboards into it. Brock catches Phoenix, throws him into some guys out there, just some other people that are in the corner, man. Then he goes after Oba and he suplexes Oba Femi. Like, god damn, I have not seen Oba get picked up like that. And he carries Ray Phoenix. Brock carries Ray Phoenix, gives him an F5, and right after the F5, the immediate picks him up and then throws him out. So there goes Ray Phoenix. What a fucking way for Ray Phoenix to come in the Rumble and look like a dork. Come on, man. I know it's Brock Lesnar just eliminating everybody, and that's what people want to see, but fucking don't. It's not one of his team with Ray Phoenix. I think he has a lot more potential, but okay. And now we get Jey Uso. Oh goodness gracious! Motherfucker comes in, doesn't use the ramp, just comes in from the side, and everyone's just yeeting. A little about me. I hate the yeet shit. It's not because it's not. I get why it's people like it. I think it gets overdone too much, and it's just too much. It's just too annoying for me. It's not my scene. I'm an unk. I'm an old head. I'm that guy. But I don't like the eating as much. It was cool. Well, at first, like okay, cool. He found his way to get over, but it just seems like that's all the character is for him. And that sucks because Jey Uso could be good in the ring and he could be on the good mic, but like whatever. So either way, he does all that, and now Cody and LA Knight are trying to work together to eliminate Brock Lesnar, and then Cody and LA Knight eliminate Brock Lesnar, from what I remember correctly. But no, sorry, I started a little bit too soon. Brock eliminated Obafemi. And then we get Jey Uso who comes through. Sorry about that. Brock Lesnar eliminated Obafemi. I thought it should have been Oba eliminating Brock. I thought that would have been huge for Oba. But they're going to choose with Brock eliminating Oba. Maybe it starts a battle between them. Maybe Oba's like, okay, the one man who eliminated me, I need to eliminate him to prove my goddamn dominance over them. But then, yeah, Cody and LA eliminate Brock Lesnar. Meanwhile, Jey Uso still doing his yeet and the rest of the crowd just eating. I'm like, bro, you guys just eliminated Brock Lesnar but everybody else still yeeting. Like, oh, this is so fucking stupid and irritating. And then I think they try to run it back again. Yeah, they try. Jey Uso tries to run it back, and they do run it back. But then Roman Reigns' music hits. Then Roman comes in, and he scores up with Jey. And then Jey tells him, "Let's run it back." And he's like, "Yeah, let's run it back. Let's run it back." And they're gonna run it back again. And then Roman just says, "Nah, I don't think so." And smacks the shit out of Jey Uso. I was so happy. That was like my loudest pop of the night. One of my loudest spot that is not related to Becky Lynch. Um, so yeah, then Roman just goes on his tear, eliminates the Miz. Then Roman and Cody have a square up, the history these two men have. Then we get Jacob Fatu's music hit, so Jacob's coming in at 27, and they have their interactions here with Jacob and Cody. And now we get Penta at 28. I'm like, okay, I don't think we're gonna get Chris Jericho or Jerry Henry or one of those two. We're not getting. I'm like, we know we're getting Randy Orton. We know Orton's coming through for sure because the crowd loves Orton. They love RKO's and they always give him RKO's. So Penta comes around. Penta does what he does. Then Cody eliminates LA Knight. I'm like, what? What? Why? I'm like, that was my pick. That was my guy that win it. Cody eliminates LA Knight. But then Fatu goes to work on Cody Rhodes. And the timer keeps ticking. And then now it's Randy Orton. I'm like, all right, I knew Randy would come through. I'm like, either Jericho up next or bust. But again, this is just the thoughts that we put in our head, right? And then Orton's in the ring. He takes everybody down. He hits everybody RKO. Gets Penta into from a springboard into a fucking RKO. And now at 30, no break the walls down, no Judas, no nothing. It's just Gunther again, and Gunther coming out at number 30. Didn't seem like the crowd was that upset about it. They're like, okay, it is what it is. And then you get Gunther at number 30 and he's coming in with the limp, so definitely showing like, okay, I'm not at full strength. I could lose this one. Very hurt me. So now we have the Royal Rumble set. Those are the guys in the ring now. And then we get Randy Orton and the Young OG. The Young OG, these two have history before they've wrestled each other. And he comes out trying to get him from the top rope and to do his cutter from the top. I don't think so. Randy Orton says, nah, it's RKO season for you. So you're going to get an RKO too because this crowd loves an RKO. And then Randy eliminates Javon Evans. Now Penta is going into trying to go into a chop war with Gunther. And then the ring general says, nah, I'm going to pop up and drop you. And he drops Penta from the Royal Rumble. And now we have an RKO to the ring general coming from behind him. Cody comes over to help, but then he second guesses himself for a little bit. And now you got that face of Randy and Corey, like Cody, like, oh, okay, like what are we gonna, what's gonna happen? There's history, whatnot. And then, um, it's you work together to put Gunther to run him, get him down, and then Rhodes comes in, hits the cutter. But it's not who he was intending to get. He was intending to get Gunther, but Gunther pushed himself out and pushed Randy into the way. So Cody hits the cutter on Orton, and he's stunned, thinking, "What the fuck? Like, why did I do this?" But then Jacob Fatu comes in, tries to eliminate Cody Rhodes. But as you see Cody just hanging there on the side, you can see a beefy Scottish man on the side with his old beef out there. Drew comes out of nowhere, claymores the crap out of Cody Rhodes. I'm like, okay, but Drew's not done yet. Drew's not done yet because Reigns in blindsides Fatu, and Reigns eliminates Jacob Fatu, and it's like Drew's like, I'm good, I'm good. These two fuckers are out of my life. Not really, Drew. You should know better than this. You know those two are gonna probably come after your title now. And then Roman eliminates Jacob Fatu, and then the Usos get into it with Roman. He gets a spear. Roman gets the spear to Jay, and then Roman now has the fucking momentum. He eliminates Jay Uso. So now we're down to the final four, which was Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Gunther, Roman Reigns. At this case, in my head, I'm like, it's gonna be Roman. It's gonna be Roman. It's gonna take it. There's no way he's not gonna take it. I'm like, come on, man. Like I could see Orton. They do it one last run for Orton, and he gets the title that he wants to get for it. But then Roman eliminates Logan Paul. Logan's getting better. Logan's a lot better, and Logan's going to probably eventually be a champion, one day, like the world champion. But for now, not right now. So Logan eliminates him, then an RKO on Roman, and then Gunther rushes over and tries to, he tries to take advantage of the situation. He does. He shoves Orton out the ring, and then Gunther eliminates Randy Orton. So the guy killing legends now kills the old legend killer. Holy fuck! So now it's Gunther and Reigns, and now you're wondering, please don't let him. No way! Like, damn, they really want to push Gunther all the way to the goddamn sky. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But then we get the end of it. Reigns, he's in a battle with Gunther. They're going at it. Gunther goes into the turnbuckles to break free, but the spear connects. Roman says, "I'm chucking you out of here," and Roman wins and eliminates Gunther to win the Royal Rumble, which I think they're going to do. It's not going to be Roman and Drew. I think it's going to be Roman and Punk at Mania. Tell me what you guys think. Those are my thoughts. Those are my collective thoughts. And I'm going to be out of here. Let me know what y'all thought about the Rumble. I'm out. Peace. And don't be a dick.